Okay, all right. Good evening to each and everyone. Here in the Philippines, it's already 11 o'clock in the evening, and my name is Ronald San Juan Lamata from the Philippines, and I will be your uh, webinar host for this evening. Okay, so before we start, we are going to talk about first ability, skills, knowledge, and foundation. Okay, ability, skills, knowledge, fraternity, rather, uh, for you to be able to know what is this ASKF all about and what do they offer. Uh, say, for example, if you are much interested with. So about the platform, the ASKF or the Ability Skills Knowledge Fraternity is an online learning and earning platform which aims to enhance the skills of the youth living across the world. It promotes the talent of the humans, online education for higher education, teaching workplace skills, and exploring new interests that provide certificate courses and diploma courses. ASKF offers free international webinars just like this one, and workshops and paid short courses. So, our vision is to help people achieve their goals by creating solutions and practical techniques through our training and design life changing products to ensure holistic transformation of people. The motto of ASKF is creating new leaders by nourishing and promoting the talent of common people, is the main purpose of ASKF. And the slogan is sometimes choosing a different path from others does not mean isolating yourself. It means you know that who you are, or yeah, it's who you are. All right. So, meaning to say, I know sometimes you are having a hard time, but when you try to uh, choose for a better path, it doesn't mean that you are already isolating yourself from the rest of the community, but rather you have chosen that path because you know yourself better. Our mission is to change life, successful career, review your job, safe environment, especially for females, decrease unemployment rate, take action, and of course, to inspire. Our executive team, Dr. Aksha Rabani, the founder and life coach of ASKF. We also have Mr. Zain Khan, Vice President for Finance Partner, and we also have Ms. Arsha Kainat, the CEO or the Management Controller. A leader is like a shepherd; he stays behind the flock, letting the most nimble go out ahead, whereupon the others follow, not realizing that along they are being directed from behind. So as you can see, the ASKF profile: leadership, teamwork, organizing, negotiation, name it, we have it all. We also have our collaborative partners from China, the Go Study organization, our business partner, the rest of the community as well. And we also have from the United Kingdom, the Right Vision Training Center by Mr. Asjad Sheikh, the CEO. Of course, their office is at Lahore. Okay. We also have their website if you would like to visit www.rightvisionacademy.com. We also have other affiliations from the different medical fields. All right, Institute of Paramedics as well. And of course, as you can see, we also have our ASKF programs wherein you could actually join for those who are in the medical field. So if you'd like to learn more about this, you could just visit askffraternity.com or message them in Facebook for more information. So we also have our membership card, and there you have it. We have the rest of the benefits, and just like what I said, uh, you could actually message them through their Facebook account. Thank you so much, and we are going to start uh, our webinar proper. Once again, my name is Ronald Lamata, a licensed professional teacher, Masters of Arts in teaching English for specific purposes here in the Philippines, a learner, an educator, and a presenter. You're today's presenter, tonight's presenter rather. And we are going to talk about occupational English, unlocking success through language. Now, in today's globalized and interconnected world, effective communication is the cornerstone of success in the workplace. Occupational English refers to the specific language skills and communication abilities required to excel in your chosen profession or the workplace. It's not just about speaking fluently, it's about using language effectively to convey ideas, collaborate with colleagues, and engage with clients and customers. Now, the ability to communicate clearly and professionally can make a significant difference in your career. The we are now going to start with the next slide. All right. Now, occupational English, uh, we are going to discuss these topics as we go on. Why occupational English matters, or understanding why occupational English is crucial for career advancement and workplace success. Next, we are also going to discuss the key components of occupational English, exploring the core elements that make up effective occupational English, including vocabulary, writing skills, speaking skills, listening skills, and cultural sensitivity. We also have benefits of effective occupational English. We're in discovering the numerous advantages of mastering occupational English, from improved job performance to access to global opportunities, and the common challenges and how to overcome them. Identifying common obstacles faced when using occupational English and providing practical solutions to address them. Okay. We're saying hi and happy listening to the rest of the people present tonight via YouTube. We have from Afghanistan. Thank you so much. And all the members who are listening, thank you so much. I hope you will learn something from this. Okay. Now, aside from that, we also have the tips for improving occupational English, offering actionable tips and strategies for individuals seeking to enhance their occupational English skills. And finally, we are also going to uh, do the conclusion wherein we're going to summarize key takeaways and and of course concluding the presentation. So I hope you will be with us until the end of this webinar. Now, why occupational English matters? In definition, occupational English refers to the language, skills, and communication abilities required for success in a specific profession or workplace. Its importance is effective communication is crucial for job performance, collaboration, and career advancement. Occupational English matters because it forms the foundation for effective workplace communication. Effective communication skills are essential for conveying ideas, instructions, and information clearly and accurately. Whether you're interacting with colleagues, clients, or superiors or supervisors, the ability to express yourself effectively in a professional setting is a key factor in your success. Moreover, in our interconnected global economy, proficiency in occupational English can open doors to opportunities on a global scale, allowing you to work with diverse teams and clients. All right. Now, first, we are going to talk about the key components of occupational English, and we are going to start with the vocabulary. We need to understand the key components of occupational English because we know that it's essential for improving the workplace communication. So, first things first, let's talk about vocabulary. Every profession has its own specialized terminology, all right? Meaning to say, if you are coming from the medical field, you have your own words that you actually use, like anesthesia. We don't always hear that. Syringe. We don't always do that. The surgery, bypass. When we say bypass, what's that? All right. So they have their common terms wherein sometimes we do not understand it, uh, but when used in layman's term, we did understand it. Now, say for example, for maritime industry, we have the man overboard, the starboard. What else? There are lots of words that wherein they are using it in their specific field. Now, for broadcasters, also they also have their own uh, terminologies. Okay, terminologies like um, the terms that they are using when they do reports for politics, for the security sector, so on and so forth. Of course, we also have for education. Now, it enables you to speak the language of your field with confidence. So when we are in our field, we should master our terminology so that we are going to be more or less confident with the things that we are saying. Next, we have writing skills. Writing skills, effective written communication is vital for tasks such as composing emails, reports, and other documentation. It ensures that information is conveyed accurately and professionally, leaving a positive impression on colleagues and clients. We also have speaking skills. Being able to articulate your ideas clearly in meetings, presentations, and phone calls is fundamental for effective workplace communication. Strong speaking skills help you convey your message persuasively and engage your audience effectively. We should also have the right tone, all right? Because if we don't have the right tone, most especially if you're going to talk to your clients, of course you have your own tone. If you're going to talk to your subordinates, you also have your tone. Most especially, you also have your tone when you are going to talk to your supervisors. You cannot just say, sir, I think you're wrong. Of course, you cannot just do that, but you need to have a tone wherein you are a bit humble so that your boss will not be mad of you. All right. Now, next we also have this one, listening skills. Okay. So listening skills is understanding colleagues, clients, and stakeholders is equally important rather. Active listening ensures that you grasp their perspectives and needs, enabling you to respond through fully and build strong relationships. And of course, we also have culture and sensitivity. I remembered something about this one. Now, cultural sensitivity in today's diverse workplaces, cultural sensitivity plays a significant role. Understanding and respecting cultural differences can prevent misunderstandings and conflicts. It is essential as an essential skill for building trust and fostering collaboration in multicultural teams. All right. Now, the only problem with cultural sensitivity is that when you are not going to introduce your culture to your workmates or to the workplace, there will be problems such as misunderstanding of how are we going to introduce our culture to the rest of the community. Okay, something like that. Now, let's talk about the benefits of effective occupational English. Okay, so we have improved job performance, wherein effective communication leads to better task execution, fewer errors, and increased productivity. When you can express yourself clearly and understand others, you're better equipped to complete tasks accurately and efficiently. Okay. Next, we also have enhanced collaboration. Colleagues who can communicate clearly and work together effectively are more likely to achieve their goals. Okay. So collaboration becomes smoother when everyone understands their roles and responsibilities. That's what actually I am talking about a while ago. If we are not um to clarify things out, most especially the roles of everyone in the community, there will be a problem. All right. So most especially if your language barrier is your own, if you are using your own languages. So technically speaking, you will be having a hard time in terms of um giving out the the message, the conveying the message to the receiver. So it's better to have a common dialect or a common language other than English, of course. If you can actually speak English, the better, most especially if you're coming from the different parts of the country. Next, we also have career advancement. Proficiency in occupational English can open doors to promotions and leadership positions. Okay? When you can communicate effectively, you're more likely to be considered for roles and greater responsibilities. Maybe because uh, you can actually converse with other individuals, but it's not actually saying that when you know how to speak English you are actually that brilliant and intelligent. I think it's not actually the speaking the language, or actually indulging into the language. It doesn't necessarily mean that you are already intelligent, but it's actually just part of the intelligence. Okay, now global opportunities. No, sorry. Increased client satisfaction. Clients and customers uh, appreciate clear and professional communication. When you can communicate with clients in a way that resonates with them, it can lead to stronger relationships and repeat business. Meaning to all of us have actually the, what do you call this? All of us have our own terminologies. Now, the problem with that is, if, say, for example, your clients cannot understand you, if, say, for example, your clients cannot understand you, then technically speaking, you're going to have a hard time in terms of explaining to them what is actually the message that you are going to convey uh, for a while. I'm gonna fix my audio. Okay. All right. Okay. Yes, good afternoon, Dr. Samreen Mughal. What time is it in your area? In our area, it's already 11:18 here in the Philippines. Okay. Now, let's continue. Global opportunities, yes. In our interconnected world, the ability to communicate across borders and cultures can result in exciting international opportunities. Proficiency in occupational English can make you an attractive candidate for roles that involve working with international clients or teams. Okay, so actually, just like here with ASKF, actually we have different cultures, backgrounds. We also have different languages. I speak Filipino, Tagalog, and of course, from the ASKF community, they also have their own language, right, from their own country. But for us to be able to understand each other, we need to more or less speak one common language, and that is the language of English. Okay, now where was I? Okay, okay, so moving on. Now we are going to talk about the challenges and communications of uh the occupational English. Okay, and how are you going to overcome them? All right, so here are the challenges: language barriers, misunderstandings, lack of confidence. Okay, so let's talk about them one by one. So differences in language fluency. We are talking about language barriers. All right. Okay. Sorry for that. Okay. So just like what I'm saying a while ago, one of the problems that we have is language barrier. We are not just actually uh talking about communication per se. We are talking about effective communication, okay? So how are we going to talk about effective communication, or how are we going to know that there is really effective communication? Now, first things first that we need to check is that we need to see to it that there will be feedback, okay? Now, feedback actually gives us the idea if the message was received or not. Okay, so uh, there should be feedback from an individual who is receiving the information. Okay, now misunderstandings. Poor communication can lead to confusion and mistakes. Misunderstandings can arise from unclear messages, misinterpretation of information, or cultural differences. So that is actually the problem. One example actually is that when I talk to someone from the ASKF, and then we had a hard time because maybe we had a misunderstanding. So there was actually a bit of a problem, but then it was actually fixed because we tried again to establish the communication and talk about it, the problem, and now it was actually solved. So poor communication really can lead to confusion and mistakes. Next, let's talk about the lack of confidence. Feeling unsure about your language skills can affect your willingness to communicate. Sometimes, diba, when we are going to participate in class, most especially if that is English or whatsoever, sometimes you don't want to participate. Why? Because there are instances wherein we don't want to raise our hands, uh, talk to the teacher because we are afraid to express ourselves, most especially if it is in English. That's a problem with us. Even my students here in the Philippines, when I ask them, okay, because I'm teaching job enabling English proficiency, so we need to really speak in English. I know for a fact that they know how to speak English, but it's not as fluently as what I am doing right now or what we are doing in our community. And then of course the grammar, the intonation. So we are really having a hard time. Okay, so because of lack of confidence, they don't want to participate, and me as a teacher, I was thinking that they do not know anything, so it's unfair, right, for us to judge immediately the student. So what I did is I asked them, okay, to speak in Taglish first, meaning to say of Taglish is Tagalog English, meaning to say a bit of my own language, and then a bit of the language of English. Okay, so for us to be able to understand, and please encourage them, most especially if there are teachers here, encourage your students to participate in the discussion, even if that is not fluent in English or the fluency is not there. You need to encourage them because that's a problem with the new generation right now. They are very afraid to express um their emotions or their ideas. Okay, just imagine if communication wasn't really that important before. If they are not going to communicate their ideas, what will happen to our inventions right now, like the light bulb, the invention of the motorcycle, the invention of the computer? If they are not going to share the ideas or information, there will be no new informative, or there will be no useful things right now because they are also afraid to share their ideas. Okay, now what are the solutions that we can do? Language training, active listening, practice, and feedback, just like what I said a while ago. Let's talk about language training first. You need to invest in language courses or workshops to bridge language gaps. Okay? Actually, this is true. That is why there are English classes, And here in the Philippines, there are lots of foreigners who come here in the Philippines because they wanted to learn English. Okay, so as Filipinos, I think it's how can I say it? It's natural for us to know English. Yeah, with of course with a bit of learning, and yeah, we tend to teach other nations as well. So they come here in the Philippines and they learn English. Okay, now um next is encourage colleagues to improve their English skills as well. This can create a more inclusive and effective communication environment. Previously, I got employed at an online teaching facility wherein I was also teaching um, employees of different companies who are not actually fluent in English. So they wanted to improve their English. So what they did is they apply and just to learn and improve themselves. Always remember, guys, sir and ma'am, always remember that it doesn't mean that we are already doctors, we are already professionals. Learning will stop there. Okay, even doctors, even professionals, they are still in the process of improving learning by reading books, joining webinars and seminars, so on and so forth, because every day is a new learning. Okay, now active listening focuses on understanding others. Okay, focusing on understanding others and ask for clarification when needed. Effective listening is key to avoiding misunderstandings and ensuring that you fully comprehend what is being communicated. Okay, now it's very important that we know how to listen carefully. The problem with us is that we wanted to communicate, but listened more. Okay, a skill. Why? Because we try to just shut our mouth and listen to that individual. Sometimes listening to a person can actually help ease the tension that he is having. All right. So sometimes we just need to know how to listen to our colleagues because they just wanted to rant, they just wanted to shout or something. So sometimes they just wanted to release the tension. So we should also understand them. And active listening is one of them. Next, practice and feedback. Regular practice along with constructive feedback from colleagues or mentors can boost confidence and skills. Create opportunities for team members to practice their English language skills in a supportive and constructive environment. What do you mean by this constructive environment? Meaning to say, if you are going to talk, okay, if you are going to practice, if you are going to say for example wanted to improve your English skills, constructive environment are composed of people surrounding you who can actually give you criticisms that can help you improve, because there are also criticisms who could destroy you, and sometimes you don't want anymore to pursue with what you wanted to do with your life. All right, now okay, so those are actually the solutions to the challenges that we encounter. Now these are also tips for there are also tips for improving occupational English. Okay, so once again guys, we are talking of occupational English. Okay, so there you have it. Now, here are some practical tips for enhancing your occupational English skills. Now, number one is enroll in language courses. Actually, sir and ma'am, there are lots of language courses. One of them is this one. Okay, you can actually look into YouTube or the Facebook account. Now, just a moment. I'm so sorry, guys. It's already 11:30 p.m. in the evening here in the Philippines. And thank you so much for being with me. So it's like I'm just a DJ. This jockey. Ah, I miss the FM radio, wherein I'm having a program also in the evening, talking all by myself. But thank you for those who are here with us. I can see your comments. To Sir Abu Zarkan, the HM Muklis official. Thank you so much. Falak Zara. Thank you for joining me. Okay, now let's continue. First is you enroll to language courses. Another one is read industry specific materials. Say for example, what do you mean by this? If you're actually coming from the medical field, okay, before I continue, could you please type in the private in the comment section what is your field? Okay, where are you? What is your field? Where do you came from? Okay, like me, I came from the media field, okay, media and broadcasting field, as well as the college educational field, the tertiary. I know some of you here are coming from the medical field as well, medical science. All right, okay, so let's continue now. Read industry specific materials. That's why I asked you a while ago to please list your field. Stay updated with industry news reports and publications to build industry specific vocabulary. Now, reading industry materials not only improves your language skills but also keeps you informed about trends and developments in your field. Okay? Now, next is join professional networks. Participate in professional organizations or online forums to interact with industry peers and practice your language skills. Engaging in discussions and networking can actually help you gain confidence in using occupational English. So, one example is when you join the groups in Facebook. I know for a fact that some of you here have your own Facebook account, or maybe not. You have your WhatsApp. So some of you would like to join your own field of interest. So from there, you will be able to read a lot of books or comments and suggestions or discussions using your own terminologies. Okay. Next is practice writing and speaking. This is actually very important. Regularly write reports or emails or practice presentations to improve your written and spoken communication. Just like me, I wasn't really that good in speaking, but I wanted to improve myself, so I joined webinars and also uh, give topics to students here in the Philippines because I wanted to improve in terms of my speaking skills. Okay. Even though I'm already here giving the topics to you guys, still I need to improve and give lots of, what do you call this? Give lots of information because I wanted to share information. Okay. Thank you, Ma'am Falak Zara, anesthetist. Okay. All right. So still from the medical field. Okay. Thank you so much for responding. So next is seek feedback from colleagues. Okay, so this is actually how can I say this? This is actually a bit of awkward sometimes because we do wanted to ask help from our colleagues, but sometimes we are shy to do that. Okay, why is it? Encourage colleagues to provide feedback on your communication styles and areas for improvement. What? Okay. Because sometimes we are actually afraid of wanting to hear the negative words that they are going to be that you're going to talk about. Okay. Constructive feedback can help you identify areas that need attention and guide your language improvement efforts. Next we need to embrace cultural diversity. Okay, we actually need to embrace cultural diversity, because the problem with us is that when we are already together with our with the culture that we have, and then here comes another culture, sometimes we are not open with the culture of others, so that that starts the problem. Sometimes we are having miscommunication because we don't want to accept the ideas coming from their community, so on and so forth, from their cultural diversity. Now, understanding and respecting cultural differences can enhance your ability to communicate effectively with colleagues and clients from diverse background. Okay, so that is actually one of the major problem if we are not going to more or less respect the community of others. Now, like say for example, here we have lots of medical people who are with us right now. Okay, so in your field in the medicine, there are actually lots of cultural diversity. Okay, there are lots of individuals coming from the different walks of life. There are lots of people who might be not with your same religion, people who are not also speaking your same language, people who has different ideas from who you are. Now, what we can do there is that we can actually try to be open and learn new things from them, because if you're not going to open our eyes and accept the fact that we are already living together with the rest of the community, actually it's like living with the rest of the people all around the world. If you're not going to accept that fact, then I'll tell you, my friend, you will be having a hard time in terms of dealing with people. Okay, if we wanted to become good in our chosen field, most especially if you are going to serve clients, you're not just going to serve clients of your own culture. Sometimes you're going to serve clients of other cultures as well. So it's very, very practical if you're able to embrace cultural diversity. Okay, so there you have it, the tips for improving occupational English. Okay, now in conclusion, um, occupational English is vital for workplace success. So if you are talking of English per se in general, so it's really important that we also know occupational English, because when we talk of occupational English, the difference with the general English is that occupational English is when you try to use English in a specific purpose, or the ESP. Okay, you are already using English within your specific field. You are using English with the diverse community, but still you are using English with a specific purpose. And actually, that is my course, Masters of Arts in Teaching English for Specific Purposes. So we try to learn and understand everything from our field, and then try to put it in layman's terms. They say, for example, if you are going to talk to your clients about anything about medicine, or something, if you're going to explain, most of the doctors here, if you're going to talk to your local clients who are not actually from the medical field, of course we use the general English for them to be able to understand the things that we wanted to explain, most especially if they would ask, doc, why are we having this kind of sickness? And then you will try to explain it to them, and then, oh, we cannot understand. All right, so more about that. It includes vocabulary, writing, speaking, listening, and cultural sensitivity. So please remember these points for us to be able to more or less improve our occupational English. Okay, next is the benefits include improved job performance and career advancement. So once again, if you know occupational English, or we know occupational English, it's not that when you know it, you're automatically going to be promoted. But there will be a higher chance that we are going to be promoted because we can deal with a lot of clients and customers, because of our speaking skills, not just our personal language, but also the English language. Okay. Next, benefits include improvement in the job performance and career individual. Sorry, I'm done with this. Challenges can be overcome with language training and practice. Always remember that uh, when you are going to uh, having a hard time in terms of occupational English, or more especially in English, there are lots of trainings online, or you can actually get personal tutors, something like that. Yes, we try to learn more and more. So from their field, from the surgeon, okay, from the surgery field. Thank you so much, Mr. Uzair Ferros, or I think Dr. Ferros. Okay. Now, we also have tips for improvement. Challenges can be overcome with language training and practice. Tips for improving education, reading, networking, practice feedback, and of course, diversity appreciation. All of those, we need to more or less, what do you call this? Use them in terms of our improvements. Okay. So aside from the things that I have placed here in my webinar, there are also suggested readings. Okay, I'm going to include it here because I know for a fact that after this webinar, ASKF would be giving you this, what do you call this PowerPoint presentation of mine to be shared to you. And I will be very happy to share this information to all of you guys. If you wanted to share this with your colleagues, uh, please do so for us to, because that's what we are here, that's why we are here as professionals. We wanted to share and give knowledge to everyone. So I have included suggested readings here: business English communication, language training courses, cross-cultural communication, occupational English assessment, industry specific communication, communication challenges in the workplace, professional development of soft skills, online resources. Okay, so that's it. Thank you so much, everyone. And we're now going to have the question and answer. If you have questions, please do ask, and I will be more excited to answer those questions for as long as I know the answers. Time check, it's 11:43 p.m. in the evening here in the Philippines, particularly in Zamboanga City, Mindanao. Okay, so do you have any questions for the topic? So if you have questions, you could just please type uh, in the comment section. I think ChatGPT can also be a good help. Yeah, I do agree with that. Okay, but always remember, ChatGPT, yes, it's okay, but always remember that ChatGPT sometimes, based on a recent webinar that I have also attended, ChatGPT can also create misleading information. All right, why? Because since ChatGPT cannot provide references, then ChatGPT will be creating his own answers for the questions that that we had in mind. Actually, I have used ChatGPT in creating the exams or a summary of the PowerPoint, just like this one. I also use chat gpt for this one, but sometimes the problem with the slides that I have created using this chat gpt is not accurate. So what I did is, when the chat gpt created these slides for me, I still added information and checked the information and the veracity of the information as well. Okay. So yeah, ChatGPT is okay, but be careful with using the ChatGPT. Okay. Thank you so much. uh, Chinonso Victor Elua. Thank you. No questions from Zaire Ferros. Thank you, sir. Thanks for teaching us. Thank you so much for listening also. It is a personal point of view, and it isn't that recent. Yeah. Um what I know is ChatGPT information is that of September 2021. Great sessions. Thank you. Thank you also. Amazing lecture. Thank you so much, Sir Abuzar Khan. So, any more questions before we end the night? All of us here has works to do tomorrow, but yeah, I'll be glad to answer your queries if you have. For those who are not uh, clear, questions, clarifications, please type it now. Okay, I think Miss Arsha, we don't have any questions. Thank you for sharing such information. Yeah, thank you so much. Actually, this topic was actually I chose this topic because it was actually requested from the previous webinar way back September, August. They requested me for this kind of topic. So yeah, even if we are not paid to do this one, but we are very happy to share the information to you guys. Okay, so the appreciation that you are giving to us and your participation is very much appreciated, and we consider that as a form of your payment to us, your thank you and your appreciation. Thank you so much, everyone. When will be the next session for ChatGPT? I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry, Mr. Elua, if I'm not going to give a session for ChatGPT because I'm no expert in ChatGPT. But I think the ASK fraternity could actually look for a speaker. Actually, that's actually related to IT, information and technology, and I'm a frustrated IT. Yeah, I'm so sorry I cannot talk about ChatGPT. It's really great, but there are also lots of information about ChatGPT in YouTube. You just search, okay? But who knows? ASKF could actually give a session about ChatGPT. Miss Arsha, they are requesting for ChatGPT. You could actually look for someone who is an expert in that field. Okay, but not me. Thank you so much, everyone. So, yeah, thank you so much. Once again, this is Ronald S. Lamata, a licensed professional teacher, a graduate of Masters of Arts in Teaching English for Specific Purposes, and currently taking up Doctors of Philosophy in English Language Training here in the Philippines. A learner, an educator, and a presenter. Thank you so much, everyone. In Filipino, we say it salamat and God bless you all. Good evening and good night.